Hey guys, welcome back to Unit 2, where we're talking about the interactions between branches of government. Today we're talking about topic 2.1, which is Congress, both the House of Representatives and the Senate. In this lesson, you're going to be learning about the different structures, powers, and functions of each of the chambers of Congress. So let's get started. The United States Congress was created in Article 1 of the Constitution. The setup of Congress was created in part through the Great Compromise, if you remember back in Unit 1, which created a bicameral body. The purpose of Congress is to create laws or enact legislation, which they're able to do through their enumerated and implied powers provided in Article 1, Section 8 of the Constitution. These powers include passing a federal budget, raising revenue and coining or creating money, declaring war and maintaining armed forces, and enacting legislation that addresses economic, social, and environmental issues. This last bullet is only available to Congress due to the necessary and proper clause, which creates the implied powers. There are currently 435 seats in the House of Representatives, and the number of members per state is based on population. Members are required by the Constitution to be at least 25 years old, have been a citizen of the United States for at least 7 years, and they must be a resident of the state in which they represent. Representatives serve 2-year terms and are elected by their districts through a popular vote. Control of many leadership positions in each chamber are awarded to the party who holds the most seats. Currently in the House of Representatives, Democrats are considered the majority party. The Speaker of the House is currently Nancy Pelosi. This job includes recognizing members for the purpose of speaking or making motions, appointing members to committees, referring bills and resolutions to committees, counting and declaring votes, and signing all bills and resolutions that pass the House. The Majority Leader helps plan daily, weekly, and annual legislative agendas, urges colleagues to support or defeat measures on the floor, and in general works to advance the goals of the majority party. The Minority Leader is the leader of the party and works to regain the majority in the House. They are the minority's party pick for Speaker, and they determine which members of the minority party will hold which committee seats. Each party has a whip, which maintains communication between the leadership of the party and its members. They whip up support for party positions on the floor, and they count votes on key legislation and persuade wavering members to vote for the party position. And they use lots of different tools to persuade those members. The two main powers that are unique to the House of Representatives are the power of the purse and the power to impeach. The power of the purse is the power to start all revenue bills or bills related to money. And remember, to be impeached means to be indicted, not being removed from office. The Senate, or upper house, currently has 100 members, or 2 per state. The Constitution requires that these members be at least 30 years old, have been a U.S. citizen for at least 9 years, and be a resident of the state which they represent. Senators serve 6-year terms. They were originally appointed into office by their state legislature, but that changed in 1913 when the 17th Amendment made it so that senators, like members in the House, were elected into office by popular vote in their state. The chamber is considered a continuous body. This means that only 1/3 of the Senate is ever up for election each 2 years. The president of the Senate is always the vice president. Their only job is to break true ties in the Senate. Other than that, the vice president's role is more focused in the executive branch. The leader of the Senate in the absence of the vice president is the president pro tempore, who is currently Chuck Grassley, a Republican. The president pro tempore is typically the longest serving member of the majority party, currently Republicans. The majority and minority leader of the Senate manage and schedule the legislative and executive business of the Senate and serve as the chief representatives of their parties. The majority leader has priority in obtaining permission to speak on the floor of the Senate. The two main powers that are unique to the Senate are the advice and consent and the power to hold impeachment trials. Advice and consent is the power the Senate has in relation to presidential nominations. For many positions within the executive and judicial branch, the Senate is responsible for their approval. This is called advice and consent because many presidents work with the Senate to get their advice to ensure their nominations go through. And of course, the power to try impeachments means to put on an impeachment trial. This is where it is determined whether or not an official will actually remain in office. In this lesson, you should have learned the different structures, powers, and functions of each House of Congress. If there's anything you missed, go back now and re-watch that portion of the video. Then, go into your notes and answer your summarizing question so that you can get your stamp on your notes the next time we're in class. All right, guys, we'll see you later. Bye.